If you're learning how to draw perspective, what we just saw in this tutorial was really quite helpful in finding how to measure things, widths particularly, and some heights. And they suggested some interesting ways of finding depths too. Do you remember what they did with the grid on the ceiling? And so that was really good information and fairly accurate, but they were missing something about how to find depths that look realistic. So this particular presentation was well done and correct in every way except that the depth was estimated too deep. So that one of the things you want to look for when you're creating a grid, and that's one way of making perspectives, is to use a grid, and you can make your own in the way that he suggested. But it's a little bit more helpful to understand that squares viewed in perspective are foreshortened more than what are shown here. And I think those were just rectangles, but really helpful to have a square in perspective. So a square, when it's viewed on an angle, will usually look like its front edge to its back edge, if you take it kind of as a height measurement, is only about a quarter or a third of the width of the square viewed in the perspective drawing, so that we have a lot more foreshortening. And if you notice that diagonal line that the artist used through the drawing, that's really useful for finding and extracting that grid and finding the foreshortening pattern throughout the drawing. And you can use that angle, bring it back to the horizon line to use as a measuring point. So there's more information out there. I keep scouring all the YouTube videos looking for good tutorials to let people know about so you can continue to learn. So this one's good, some great stuff, but it needs a little more detail still. So if you want to find out more about other videos that are out there already on the YouTube or other websites, you can go to Landscape Drawing Tutorials to find out more about what's out there available to you to help you learn how to draw perspective a little more accurately than what we've seen so far. You can go there, or you can go to my blog page at landscapedesigndrawing.com for even more detailed information.